Hi, I'm Fei Lu, art instructor at Wing Canvas. Today I'm going to teach you how to draw a brush using a pen. We're going to have to use a technique called crosshatching, which is basically shading with line using descriptive lines. When you shade an object, take note of the direction the lines are going, because that will help describe the form. To understand crosshatching, we're gonna use 3 cylinders, for example. This one, if you're shading vertically, like this is handy for demonstrating a light source, but it doesn't describe the form very well. If you shade it horizontally, like this actually flattens out the form because your lines are describing it as flat. Don't shade like that. If you're shading a cylinder, pretend that it's broken down into planes, and then use your descriptive lines to follow the form across, like so. When you shade like this is the beginning of crosshatching. The cross part comes when you start shading vertically, like so. So crosshatching is a combination of vertical shading and horizontal shading, but the horizontal shading follows the form. This form here. When I shade this part, I'm using lines that go this way and this way. You can also find shapes in the highlights. So if you draw guidelines for them, you'll be able to shade them easier. So I'm using a combination of horizontal lines, vertical lines, and lines at different angles to best describe what I'm shading. The dark areas, you can go in later. This is a 0.5 millimeter pen, so the lines are a lot thicker. It's easier to put down your dark lines with this type of pen. So now I'm going to shade the brush, the handle, using descriptive lines. I've just kind of made some rough guidelines for myself as to where the light is hitting the brush. Remember when you shade with line to describe the form. Now I'm using straight lines right now. You can also use curved lines, but that just requires a lot more time. You can also reinforce outlines by going over. You don't have to go over the entire shape or you don't have to go through the entire outline with a dark pen. Just indicate some of them. Your eye will fill in the rest. Now you know how to crosshatch. We hope you enjoyed this drawing tutorial. Our summer intensive workshops are on sale now. Early Nerds save 10% off before June 1st.